Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. Yes, you're looking at your LCD and your phone, your computer, your TV, and you're gonna see that it's the Minister of Justice. Yes, the current Minister of Justice, Delroy. And here's a man. This is a man who hate police officers. This man have no love for police officers. If you're a criminal, this man will defend you to the end. Anything to do with law enforcement, he hates them. And yet he's the guy that was in charge of the justice system in Jamaica. The light sentences that they see criminals receiving in Jamaica and the favorable um, treatment by the justice system, yes, it's the brainchild of this man. This is a man who is very sympathetic to criminals. He believes that because they are black or because they're born poor, being a criminal, that's a big excuse for them to kill people and rob and extort people. And so I want you to listen to this recording that I have done about this man, because here's a man that Delroy Chuck says that this man was an honorable man and an honest man. I don't know which criminal is honest, but apparently Delroy Chuck knows a honest criminal, and he will tell you that this man is honest. This man is ill, as they call him, Anjapang, the late Anjapang. This is a man who killed a woman police by the name of Karen Pinglin, and he was later killed by the police. And he was trying to move heaven and earth to get the policemen arrested and charged for killing the cop killer. But that's how it is in Jamaica, they celebrate and revere and protect criminals, these politicians, especially Delroy Chuck. So I don't know why is this man in political office, and he's a man who have control over passing laws in Jamaica. So might as well we just turn the entire system in our criminal institution and teach people how to become good criminals, because we have people who are elected who are sympathetic and they are criminal supporters in Jamaica, and he's one of them. So I wanted to listen to my commentary about this man, Delroy Chuck. As I've said, and I'll say it again, I owe no balls to anyone. I am not beholden to anyone in Jamaica, whether JLP or PMP or any police officers down there. The only thing that I used to do as a police officer is do my work. I never rob anybody, never scam anyone or anything like that. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. I am here to educate you with facts and not hyperbole. Yes, I am one of your experienced detective who have served the Jamaica Constabulary Force for over a third of my life. And I am not here to support any agenda, whether political or otherwise. I am pro-police, anti-criminal, anti-gang violence, and whatever means that you can do to take out the murderers, gunmen, I have no problem with that. None. Lose no sleep. Gunmen supposed to be living in fear for their lives, not the other way around. During the 1980s, Jamaica crime was bad then, but compared to now, it was very good. It was the best. You understand what I'm saying? And anyway, I'm here to talk about one of the gravest sins that Major Anthony Anderson has committed against the political establishment. So they have been conspiring and plotting to get him fired. Yes, man, and the main person is the great Delroy Chuck, the criminal activist who's in parliament. Yes, man, Delroy Chuck is not a man who's a law-abiding citizen. It's just because he has never been arrested and charged or anything, but everything that's anything to do with criminality, Delroy Chuck is for it. And the reason why I said that, here is the man who is the Minister of Justice in Jamaica, and he was a stern supporter of a guy named Anjapang from Grand Spen, who had killed a police officer in her uniform. I want you to listen to what I'm saying, police and people. Here is a man, Delroy Chuck, who supported and he wrote the obituary for this man, Phang, who had killed a police officer in her uniform. And when this man was killed by police in Pembroke, this man tried to move heaven and earth to get the police prosecuted along with Jamaicans of Justice, Carolyn Gomes, and all the likes. You understand? So this is the man who is there now, and was done everything for the criminals. You understand what I'm saying? He went as far as to even let Indicom arrest police officers, although they did not have any rights to do that, and the police officers who are still in custody. But the thing is that what he has done, and very carefully, and it was well thought out when they were passing this law, to take away the authority from the gun court and put it in the local court. Because, all these judges, they are all politicians, most of the judges in Jamaica, you have to understand, most of them, they are liberals because they are trained at the ghetto university of West Indies. Because these people, their thinking is that, every criminals in Jamaica, who kill people, they are the victim of the system. So they're suffering what they are suffering because they don't have any money. And why they kill people is because they are poor. I've never heard such nonsense in my life. You understand? And they have been getting support from the political elites uptown. Because a lot of them use these people, to kill their rivals and whatever, and use them to transport drugs and all kind of stuff. You understand? So finally now, Major Anthony Anderson is understanding he's not a trained police officer, but he's on the job now for over 3 years. And they were very instrumental in getting his contract extended for 3 years. But what he has done, he has committed the cardinal sin now to be calling out the politicians in Jamaica and saying, this is nonsense. How on God's earth a man rob somebody, shoot them, and then the same man go to court, the parish court, and go there, please guilty, and the same man get probation and he commits crime with gun. When 98% of the crimes committed in Jamaica is committed with gun. Do you see any logic in that? That goes to show you that the people are electing people, who are supposed to be protecting them, are protecting the criminals, the murderers. You have to understand, what the people are electing. They are electing agents for criminals. You understand? And if you notice, the moral of the police force and the military is down. And the reason why is because of these people like Delroy Chuck. You understand? You have to know them, The Delroy Chuck, the big sissy Warmington. You understand? We disrespect the deputy superintendent, but the superintendent should have whopped him. You understand? So I want you to listen. Listen to what Major Anthony Anderson have said. And I am telling you, I have never been a fan or supported this man because he's a political appointed. In which we know all of the commissioner of police are politicians. But we know that Major Anthony is a labourite because he was always standing beside St. Andrew Holiness. But we can see now that this man is waking up and smelling the coffee, and he's exposing the corrupt system that is there, that's supposed to be there to protect the Jamaican people. And he's speaking up against it. You understand? And because of that now, he upset the apple cart, and the same people who were instrumental in having his contract extended for 3 years, they are now planning that they want to get rid of him because he is causing problem by calling them out. But I want you to know that this channel and me, Detective Porter, I support Major Anderson because what he's doing is exporting the corruption in the Jamaican system. So I want you to listen, because the system is not designed to protect the people, in Jamaica. It's designed to protect the criminals. Let me remind you, the system is there to protect criminals. It's a criminal's paradise. And Major Anthony Anderson is exposing it. You understand? Yes, I have to support the man. Hey, you have to call a spade a spade. I support him. And police officers, you have to support the man, You understand what I'm saying? But young police, I'm still telling you, to still leave. You understand? But those who are there working, you have to support the man because the man is not supporting the elitist agenda of criminality. You understand? Listen to what Major Anderson is saying and I'll get back to you. Peace. Listen.
That person comes out of court. And the discussion is, well, we had to look at the age of the perpetrator. We had to look at the circumstances of the perpetrator. And having done all of that, we have made a decision to send that person out to the community where that person who gave evidence in court against this person who's already violent, to go and walk past her and look at her right away.
What do you do though in that case? What should we do?
The person who did the crime needs to go to jail, Cliff. They would need to go to jail. It cannot be that they're out because you're looking at their age. No, there is a victim involved. There is a victim. What is going to cause that person to make different choices? The other person who wishes to start that life of crime, what is it about that is going to make them, put them at risk of something? And also, when the community sees that happen, you know what they say? Well, the police carry them to court and then walking out the next day because the police were corrupt. The police never carried a good case. The police didn't do this or didn't do that. That's what the community is going to believe. When the conviction occurred, but the man is out beside the victim tomorrow.
So now that you have listened to what Major Anthony Anderson have said, did you listen to what Cliff Hughes said to him? What they should do with them. So these people do not believe that that criminals should pay for their crimes. You understand what I'm saying? And what Major Anderson have said now, it's upset all of them. Because Cliff Hughes, if Cliff... Yeah, so as you have, as you have listened to what Major Anderson have been saying, he has been standing up for the rights of the victims of crime in Jamaica. He's not labeling the shatters the victims, but labeling the victim as victims. That's that interview with Cliff Hughes and Major Anthony Anderson. It was done a few years ago, and I released the video, so I'm re-releasing it again because I have a lot of detractors who think that I am on some political crusade for the JLP party. All of these people don't, because their mind is closeted. They cannot think outside of the box, and they do not understand intelligent people. Intelligent people are not ignoramus. So my thing, this channel is not to defend any political party or any politician. What we want a better Jamaica. We want a Jamaica at least to what it was in 1980s. That's all. I was born and raised in Jamaica. I spent a third of my life in the police force there. And I migrated not because I did not love Jamaica, but because the environment was of such that I had to leave because the criminality within the police force was getting out of hand, and my life was at stake, at risk of losing my life because I wasn't a part of the criminality that was going on in the police force. Not fighting crime, but I'm talking about committing crime, committing robberies, and all kind of stuff like that. Because I do believe that criminals must live in fear of losing their lives. Um, so you guys, you will get another part of Delroy's truck behavior. So it's not like a one part thing, it's a two part. So you're gonna hear the other one. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, that's it. This is time to subscribe. Subscribe and share the video. Like the video. Comment below. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police, wishing you all the best. One love.